here we go, page number 6. Problem number 37. Still system of equation. Okay, what strategy do we want to use? Okay, so there's x here. Okay, so I like to clean this up this way. 2x minus y equal minus 3, and minus 10x minus 7y equals 3. Okay, so let's make this a system. Now it's lined up. And there are two ways to do this. You can make this y equal, and then substitute that into here. But I usually prefer to make one of these the same number and subtract or add. So let's just multiply by 5 this whole thing so that this becomes 10. So this would be 10x minus 5y equal minus 15. I just multiplied the 2x and minus y and negative 3 by 5 to get to 10x minus 5y equal negative 15, and you have negative 10x minus 7y equals 3. So this is the new equation. Now this is 10x and this is negative 10x. So if you add these two equations, this cancels out to 0, right? And negative 5y plus negative 7y is negative 12y equal negative 15 plus 3 is negative 12. So y equal 1. Now let's put this into here, and 2x minus 1 equal minus 3. So 2x equal, you add 1 to both sides, so minus 2. So x is minus 1. I think this is a lot quicker than making y equal and substituting it. That's just my preference. Okay, number 39. Solve each quadratic by factoring. Okay, so there is a y here and there's a y here. So let's make it a y. Factor y out, and then you have, I'm sorry, w. So factor w out, and there's 1w, and then 3 left equal 10. Actually, I'm sorry. This, you can't solve this. You have to actually factor this. So we have to make the other side equal 0. So let's scratch that, and let's do this one. W squared plus 3w minus 10 equals 0. Now we have to make this, we have to factor this. So we have to think about the number that add to 3 and multiply to 10. But this is negative, so one of the numbers have to be negative. So 5 times 2 is 10, and 5 minus 2 is 3, and this is positive. So 5 is positive and 2 is negative. So x plus 5 and x minus 2 equals 0. So let's check this FOILing. X squared plus 5x minus 2x minus 10 equals 0, which clean out to this. So that's correct. Just don't need this one. Just do this. And how do we solve this for x? Now, if two numbers are multiplying and the other side is equals 0, one of these have to be 0, or any x value that would give one of these a 0 would make this equation correct. So x plus 5 have to equal 0, or x minus 2 have to equal 0. So x equal minus 5, or x equal 2. So these are two x values that would satisfy this original equation. Okay, 41. The same thing here. So x squared minus 15x plus 50 equals 0. Now, what number would multiply to 50 and add to 15? And since this is positive, it's either both negative or both positive, but this is negative. So that means it's both negative. Let's see, 10 and 5 will do it, right? 10 times 5 is 50, and 10 plus 5 is 15. So, and then I said both negative, so negative 10 and negative 5 equals 0. Now, if you want to check by yourself to see if this equals this, go ahead, but I'm not going to do that here. So that means both of these, one of these have to be 0. So x minus 10 equals 0, or x minus 5 equals 0. So x equals 10, or x equals 5. So that's the answer for these are the x values that will satisfy this equation. Okay, 43. All right. Oh, so now we have a coefficient in front of the first one. Okay, so when again, you still have to factor this, but now this is how I do it. You can use any other ways to that would work for you, but this is how I do it. So first I do 2 times 5 is 10. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 10 and add to 11. And obviously that's 10 and 1, right? Add to 11 and multiply to 10. So I'm going to divide this to 10 and 1. So 2x squared plus 10x plus x plus 5 equals 0. Now, only thing I did was I separated 11x into 10x and x. Now, you can factor. From here, you can factor 2x, right? So you get the 2x, and what's left is x, because that was 2x squared, plus you factor 2x out of 10, and you get 5. And here, it's already x plus 1, so you just factor out 1, right? 1 times x is x, and 1 times 5 is 5, equals 0. I just factor 2x from these two terms, and then 1 from these two terms. Now, you can combine them, right? So you have 2x plus 1 and x plus 5 equals 0, and now you're done factoring. Now, if you can go straight to here from here, go right ahead. But I like to do it this way, because when numbers get complicated, this always works, and I don't have to think about the signs and different combination of numbers. All right, so now these have to be 0. So 2x plus 1 have to equal 0, or x plus 5 have to equal 0. So then 2x is minus 1, so x is minus 1/2, or x equal minus 5. So these are the numbers that satisfy, this is minus here, minus. These are x that will satisfy this equation. That was page number 6.